Alrighty, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Spartan Esports Streams. I am your host, Nash Point, and I am joined here today with my co-host, Gump.
Hello, I am Gompa, and I'm going to be covering our league game for SJSU Blue here today. And here at Spartan Esports Streams, we provide quality streams for our fans so they can join us as we cover our players in their tournaments. We hope this stream showcases the best spirits of each team and each game title in their most entertaining light.
Tonight, SJSU Gold is going to be taking this spotlight along with Pepperdine Esports in the NACE Starleague tournament. And as we can see here on the screen, we already got the bands going through the first phase of picks. So Seraphine Graves, Caitlin Band on the side of Pepperdine Esports here. Very common picks you see in competitive and high elo play. And as well as the Tristana band, Zach, and the Diana band as well. SJSU banning out two junglers there as well as an ADC. Pepperdine Esports already picking out Hecarim Yasuo there, and Echo Maokai going to be picked on the side of SJSU Gold. Gampa, what are you trying to see from these picks and bans here?
I mean, it's really interesting to see Echo being drafted. We haven't really seen it a lot in professional play at all, but it's a really interesting pick. It can go mid, it can go jungle. I mean, we also have Maokai, which is able to be flexed in multiple positions, and now we have one of the most dominant top laners in recent years, Gangplank, being drafted outside of SJSU. You gotta really think, what are they really cooking over there? As we see a Kindred ban coming from Pepperdine here.
Kindred band coming out. We also have to respect the misfortune pick for Pepperdine Esports as well. Nautilus band coming out on the side of SJSU. And as you were saying, Gangplank, not as high priority as he was before in previous patches, but does assert that lane dominance early, provides the top lane priority in that early levels. Yuumi band going to be coming out here for SJSU, quite a strong champion in the bot lane. Interesting they don't go for an Amumu band, Gompa.
I am happy to see Kindred being banned. I think Kindred is very, very strong alongside Graves, which was also banned, as SJSU has been absolutely dominating with that pick. Both teams, every single game it's been played. And I'm tired of seeing it as we see a Sivir lined up for San Jose.
Oh, Sever Hover there, but they're kind of thinking about the decision here. This Maokai could go towards two other lanes here, mid or I'm sorry, not the mid, the jungle or the support role here. Flexible pick there. The Sever is going to be locked in as you said in response. Now for the support and top lane picks here for Pepperdine Esports, would you expect something relatively safe in the top lane, correct?
Yeah, definitely something safe in the top lane, something that won't just get absolutely hammered by Gangplank. I mean, they want to be able to just match that top lane, as this is what we were talking about, where a Mumu,
Ah.
so much CC, so much dive ability, and with a team comp like Hecarim and Yasuo, if they get one knockup from a Hecarim E, it's gonna be a nice strong pick.
The Yasuo pick, however, is quite interesting, though there is a knockup on the Hecarim E. There is not really a team-wide knockup just yet. Possibly they could, Pepperdine Esports could draft something like the Ornn here.
I think we might see Gragas. I think, oh, or Kennen, another popular AP top laner.
Kennen gonna be locked in here. High quality champion here. Range top laner trying to get a little pushback against the Gangplank. As you can see there, a lot of great team fight potential with the Kennen ultimate there.
Yeah,
Now,
and I
SJSU
mean,
gonna be
oh,
picking over their jungler.
yeah, Jarvan's gonna provide a lot of setup, uh, and a lot of pick potential onto a champion like Misfortune, which is relatively mobile, but she doesn't have any dashes or anything to get away like that. Which, on the side of San Jose, Gangplank really does like champions that are kind of immobile. They're not able to dash around like that. So I am interested to see how that's going to play out. Misfortune also doesn't have a lot of range to take out those barrels, so it might be free hits for Gangplank.
Definitely. Gangplank getting a lot of, support from the CC, the Maokai, the EQ, the Jarvan with the Cataclysm. Echo, interesting pick here in the mid lane to try to combat the Yasuo. I know it was blind picked for SGSU there, but though you said that, Gangplank favors a lot of like low mobility champions, there's a lot of mobility on the side of Pepperdine Esports. Kennen with the movement speed, Amumu coming in with the engage. Gangplank does not, though Gangplank favors very well in the matchups, in the melee matchups, there's a lot of engage tools that allow Pepperdine Esports to get on top of this Gangplank here.
Yeah, and I 100% agree. If Gangplank is not able to find kind of a safe angle to toss barrels out and get Qs off, I mean, it's going to be really hard because Kennen obviously looking for a flank just like Gangplank is going to do, and he could easily get caught in the setup for a strong Misfortunal, a Yasuo, knockup. There's so many ways for it to go wrong for them.
Yeah, definitely. We'll see how this is going to play out. A lot of people have been favoring the Essence Trigger Prowler's Claw high damage crit build, but as a Gangplank player myself, I try to see myself more as a survivability in this type of matchup with their team. So I'm expecting more of a Trinity Force with a potentially a Hex Drinker into 3 crit items here. Now, a lot of engage from the Jarvan. Scaling on the side of SJSU Gold is going to be a bit stronger, but the team fight capability of Pepperdine Esports is just outmatches that.
Yeah, and in the mid game when team fights are really, really going to be deciding the game, I think the side of SJSU might be a little behind when it comes to certain items that they want. Echo really would like to get as much AP as possible, and he's going to have to spend a lot of gold and take a lot of time farming for that. Same with Gangplank. He wants a couple of items to get it really rolling and be able to do meaningful damage in these fights. And then when it comes to the mid game, Jarvan at that point would probably be at his strongest, which the problem with that would be that the rest of the Pepperdine champions are relatively powerful in the mid game. Misfortune's gonna have a couple items, and she's gonna be doing a good amount of damage if she's on even footing as Sivir. What do you say?
I would agree with that. Though the Jarvan pick here, I think it's pretty good into the Misfortune with the low mobility. Without the flash, Jarvan could just easily EQ onto the backline, Cataclysm in. Echo has the follow-up with that. Got the mobilities, gonna probably buy the Hextech Rocket Belt with the E-Dash and the Blink combination of his phase dive. Gangplank with the range on the barrels will be able to blow it up. But Pepperdine Esports definitely playing off of big Amumu ults, big Kennen ults, possibly flanks in hidden flank wards deep inside of SJCU Gold's jungle. The Maokai here definitely provides some peel for the Sivir and the Gangplank, even though Gangplank does have the oranges provided that he can cleanse the CC, but he can only cleanse one. It's going to be either the Mumu ult or the Kennen ult or the Hecarim ulti. Can't really cleanse all of them.
Yeah, I mean, I think when if an Amumu Q hits and he flash ults into the team or gets deep into the team and gets a huge stun, it's probably a done deal. I think the whole entire team of Pepperdine will just easily be able to commit onto the rest of the players on San Jose. I mean, sure they have Maokai, which does offer some disengage, but if he's caught up in the stun, a lot of these engages can move really quickly. I mean, Kennen's gonna E for some move speed and flash ult. Hacker's gonna be diving on you. They're gonna have to really play around dodging a Mumu and engaging when his skills are down.
Definitely, of course. Now, here in this game, early game here, I'd really like to take a look at the mid lane matchup here. Both sides incredibly snowbally with the Echo, with the Yasuo. Whoever gets ahead first will definitely take over the game and really just show how much they can carry. BunBun on the Echo, Shonshine on the Yasuo there. But definitely the other win conditions rely in the bottom lane of Pepperdine Esports as well as SJSU Gold, respectively.
Yep, and before we get into the game, as we've only got 18 seconds left, let's give some special thanks to some of our new followers. Disruptive Cookie, Huge Boy Jimmy 0217, Bump 412, and a special recognition to Disruptive Cookie and Crazy the Potato for their Amazon Prime subscription. And of course, thank you to our viewers tuning in here with us. Every one of you contributes to this growing community, and we are proud to have you. Now, let's get into the game.
Thank you for the recognition, Gompa. Now, as we get rolling into the Summoner's Rift game, we'll be starting. Our 3-minute delay is up. Ladies and gentlemen, sit back, relax, or get out of your chairs when something interesting happens. And please enjoy this NACE Starlight Tournament game of SJSU Gold versus Pepperdine Esports. Let's get into it. Now, rune selection here. What are we thinking? Pretty standard.
For standard, we got a Mumu with some glacial augment.
Mhm.
Gonna be slowing people down when he gets a Q off, gets a stun off.
Definitely interesting airy selection for the cannon here, trying to get some poke back onto this gangplank here. Usually you see the cannons go the phase rush or the unsealed spellbook build. What do you think of this airy here?
I mean, it looks like he's trying to compete against Gangplank at Gangplank's own game. I think it's gonna be a little difficult for Kennen to really get a lot of poke in, because the Gangplank Qs are gonna do a lot of damage combined with his Grasp of Undying rune that he took. So it may be difficult for Kennen to match the damage, but he's gonna try and take Airy to not stay too far behind and not get poked out.
Oh, look at this. We got an aggressive push here in the bottom lane. Pixel River Brush here. We're going to be doing much. Yep, it's going to be an invade here. Shonshine is going to be seeing all 4 members, must I say. The GodFather took it back there. Going to be placing a ward on the red of an 800 of JackMLM there.
Yeah, and that's going to give a lot of information for the side of San Jose State. They're going to be able to easily see what is Hecarim's path going to be. They know that he's starting on blue, probably. And from there, they just have to look at the timers. I mean, wherever he ganks first, wherever he shows on the map first, if he shows at red relatively soon, then bot side knows to really worry about that level 3 gank. I think that's really a strong word placement for San Jose State.
Definitely here. Both junglers starting on the same side of the map. There, Jarvan there gonna be starting on his red buff. He's gonna like those early ganks. Not maybe, hopefully, opting for a full clear, trying to get those early ganks in the mid and the bottom lane, recognizing the win conditions on the side of SJSU Gold.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited to see how the junglers path and interact with what the information that they know. And I really, really do need to see Jarvan getting on the board early, because like I said in draft, it's going to be really hard for him to scale. He's not really going to scale into the late game, which is where a lot of SJ's champs are strong. We need him to be gold efficient and have a lot of gold early on into this game.
Barrel going a little wide there for GodFather. Pretty high cooldown early game. Landed that, would have gotten a good chunk in. Oh. Alright, JackMLM skipping over, opting for that full clear, starting that red buff now. RowanToxic here. Ooh, looking for a mid lane gank. Big wave here for Shonshine there. Will he be able to
They're
pull
going to
off?
try it.
BunBun is only level 2 though. I don't think they will be able to do it. EQ in. W slow comes as well. Auto attack coming in. Red buff
Red buff
applying
slow.
extra damage with the slow. Conqueror proc.
Flashes
Flashes
the tornado.
a Q tornado there. Level 3 finally hit for BunBun. Shonshine, will he be able to get out? No, he will not. Doesn't expend the flash. First blood over to RowanToxic.
That is really good pathing. We see that Hecarim is clearing his red buff, and he's committed to the full clear. Yasuo doesn't know that Jarvan is bot side, and that ends up not even really being a gank, but just an absolute solo kill right there. With that red buff taking him down, he doesn't know where to go.
Definitely. JackMLM trying to respond by trying to take away this red buff, but Asterlac there going over 98 HP, not going to be able to take it. Asterlac coming in to cover for RowanToxic there as he takes his own blue buff. Ward there, though, placed deep. Gonna provide information a bit later into the game. What a well-played, aggressive gank by RowanToxic.
Yeah, but I
was
still
this-
think Pepperdine can't be too angry with like how the game is going because they probably going to start playing a little safer now. Maybe not pushing as much lanes. I say that as top is now pushing back, but I think they're going to have to respect if they keep giving this Jarvan kills. It's going to be really annoying, really much worse for them later into this game.
Actually here, GodFather opting for a cull buy here is holding this phrase pretty decently. Gonna have to clear these minions here though, Cannon and the 3 casters if he wants to talk to it. RowanToxic clearing a ward in the bot tribe bush, pushing up. Andrew SugarBaby tries to queue over. There's no Krugs for him to dash away to. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, a little bit of a skirmish. Ward in the river brush, but aggressive invasion from Rowan and Asterlac combined. They see JackMLM, but Shonshine is there as well. Will they go for an aggressive play? Looks like they're just trying to stall this out. Possibly EQ there. Flash doesn't really take him anywhere. Gets rooted down. The kill will go over to RowanToxic. Knockback over from JackMLM. Shonshine is going to kill Asterlac with the ignite.
He's got full conquer. He's going to
He's
get
got full
traded.
conquer as well.
Triumph.
Qs are doing so much damage.
Yeah, and he's just putting out so much damage. He's got an area of effect Q, and he was stacking up the conquer, getting the triumph kill from the one kill that he got is really saving him here.
Well played counter gank there by JackMLM. No respect for the Hecarim pathing or the damage output, should I say.
Yeah, and unlucky that Maokai ended up dying to a tower shot. Didn't get to assist in that last part.
A 2-for-1 deal for Pepperdine Esports, putting the swing back into their favor with this slight gold lead. Bottom lane. Gonna be pushing in slightly. Fluffy business. Behind in CS by 10. Asterlac been trying to do his best to play these rounds. First Drake has been up for about 1 minute and 24 seconds. Gonna be a Cloud Drake. Typically the Drake that teams tend to give, not the most favored first Drake of the game.
Yeah, and it's always exciting to see a not Cloud Soul.
Level 6 for Shonshine here. Gonna be going in with the Q3 and the dash. Oh, coming in as well. RowanToxic is there, but JackMLM there to cover. NATO gonna just dissuade. A lot of, like we discussed earlier, a lot of fights in the mid lane. Both junglers recognizing that whoever wins this mid lane could potentially take over the game. BunBun, huge CS deficit for him. That death earlier did not really pay in favor for him.
Yeah, it's a really volatile matchup. Yasuo, Echo, they both are able to push lanes pretty easily, and they both are very, very scaling carries. So it's a little dangerous for SJ to be facing against this Yasuo.
Oh, look at this. No vision for the side of SJSU Gold. Slow from the MFE. Onslaught of Shadows coming in for 1-800 SugarBaby. They're just going to get a kill on Asterlac. No way out. No flash. Good gank by JackMLM. Well played. Well coordinated by Pepperdine Esports.
Yeah, now Sivir has no flash. So I wonder if they may be able to get another play down in bot lane now, as they're going to go start the Dragon, getting the first Cloud Drake here.
Not going to be a contest from SJSU Gold here. First Cloud Drake going to be easily going over to Pepperdine Esports. No steal over. But meanwhile, in the top side of River, RowanToxic looks like he's going to be trading for this early Rift Herald, which has a lot of high value here. But how
they are 3-man roaming, unless a Mumu chooses to reset.
There is some deep vision in the river bush and deep inside of RowanToxic red side jungle, but there is no wards inside near the Herald pit. RowanToxic will easily take this Herald with ease. Oh, meanwhile here, we have a technical pause at the moment.
Yeah, not too sure what that is about, but
No worries. So far, this game's tempo has been quite swinging back and forth, seeing most of the action in the mid lane, as well as a bottom lane gank.
yeah, I mean, plenty of early game fights. Not completely flipping the game, but still keeping it aggressive and interesting to watch.
Yeah, definitely. Most of the gold, however, for SJSU Gold, it is on the Jarvan with those 2 kills, has that Iron Spike whip, but gold lead for Pepperdine Esports. A lot of gold on the Yasuo and the Hecarim as well. That mid lane play there, really winning it out for them.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a little unfortunate that Yasuo has been the man to not die too early. Didn't really need a lot of attention. He got ganked early and he's still up a lot of CS, which is just dangerous. As he continues to scale, as he continues to get gold, we'll see if they choose to do a lane swap soon here. Once one of these mid turrets falls, where Yasuo is just able to farm up, get as strong as possible, and fight a really strong fight.
Definitely looking like it. BunBun kind of falling behind here. Has a bit of a CS deficit, 23 CS there. Gonna have to try to play catch up best he can. Not sure how well he'll be able to roam out of the mid lane if Shonshine keeps pressing his offense and utilizing his lead. Roam's coming in from Asterlac though, has good intentions. So far, hasn't really done too much there. Pause has now ended.
And they're
A
gonna go
little
right
bit of
into it.
trading in the top lane. GodFather doesn't get his passive off and doesn't land a barrel either. This gangplank pick, even in CS, not really bullying too much there. A little bit of a freeze here from our observers. Well, so far in this game, RowanToxic paddling towards the top side there.
Yeah,
Yes,
I
there
think
we
he's gonna be
go.
doing it.
Much better. JackMLM trying to respond. There, RowanToxic did claim that Rift Eye of the Herald there. You see it in his inventory. If you use it earlier, it will spawn the Rift Herald, which allows it to crash into enemy towers, dealing true damage to them. Especially in these early game with these plate div, it will grant you a lot of gold towards you and your team.
Yeah, and this mid lane is really starting to look a lot very problematic. Echo is not able to even walk up. I think he's correct in noting that he's probably gonna get punished very severely if he walks up to this wave, and because of that, Yasuo is just able to push his lead and extend it even more.
Oh man, stun coming out from BunBun there.
Really not
Play
that much
defense.
damage.
Not going to be doing much, just trying to be playing safe. A lot of damage there. It's got the Zeal on the Yasuo for Shonshine. Also the Berserker's Greaves, first core item for the Yasuo there. Getting that push in. Yasuo, though, going to go in for this roam. Here, will he? No, doesn't look like it. But RowanToxic looking for a gank. Does not know that he's been spotted. I think they've caught it. Oh, wow. On the hunt pop for Fluffy Business. Did they think they were getting onto something?
Gonna
Yes.
fight
Root coming in
3v3. Yasuo's
onto the
here.
Amumu there. However, double stun with the Cataclysm. Oh my goodness. Rowan's own Cataclysm trapped his own teammates. And it just causes a disaster for SJSU Gold.
I mean, what a roam. Yasuo able to do damage because of the Amumu huge stun. And it goes really poorly. A really strong bullet time coming from MF onto the Maokai. He's not able to do much. And
The
now we're
CC
seeing Echo being chased still.
The CC was already layered by 1-800 SugarBaby from the Curse of the Sad Mummy, but RowanToxic just adds fuel to the flame by cataclysming onto the Amumu and trapping his own teammates inside where they can't get out, and they just get by full bullet time from MF.
And now it looks even worse. Now bot lane, we have no way to we need to find a way to come back into this game. We're down 1.3k gold lead between each of the ADCs. And not to mention that this mid lane is essentially blown wide open. Yasuo is going to be really strong here as he's going to back and probably get his.
Ambiguous EQ there from RowanToxic. Gonna be popping the Rift Herald mid lane, interestingly enough. Gonna be getting this plate gold shared with BunBun. JackMLM coming to cover with 1-800 SugarBaby. Just gonna kill this Herald out. Popping the eye in there. BunBun gonna shove another wave. No trouble. Oh,
Yeah.
meanwhile, here in the bottom jungle, we got a support skirmish there. Not going to be doing any damage to each other, which what I say. I tend to call that a wet noodle fight between two tanks.
A little bit of a scrap.
Definitely. Just like two tanks that really can't really kill each other. But, you know, they're just CCing each other, just seeing how long it'll take for one of them to die.
Miss Fortune getting the first mythic of the game. She's already at her Kraken Slayer.
Yeah, it's definitely a
Pretty
huge
massive.
lead for her. Huge lead for her already for Curls. Up a big amount of CS there. Fluffy Business trying to respond by shoving in. And game already looking quite strong here for Pepperdine Esports. About a 3K gold lead. Already at 12 minutes and 30 seconds. Second dragon gonna be spawning up in less than a minute. Gonna be the Ocean Drake here spawning in quite soon. And looks like Pepperdine Esports is all about it.
It does leave some of the strongest dragons for a soul if they take this game that long. We got Inferno, we have Mountain, we have Hextech. All are really, really dangerous options for a team that's already behind.
Oh yes, definitely. Dragon gonna be spawning up soon. River priority already claimed by Pepperdine Esports. Will they be able to clear out? They do have a lot of vision control. They'll be able to clear out this pink ward. Doesn't look like there's gonna be any type of contest whatsoever from SJSU Gold. They're gonna be giving this Infernal Drake away. I apologize for incorrectly stating the Drake previously. Infernal Drake claimed for Pepperdine Esports. No contest from SJSU Gold, and gonna be Mountain Soul this game here.
Yeah, Mountain Soul, it's gonna be dangerous. A lot of health given to you, a lot of shield given to you, and it's just gonna make characters that are already higher in levels, higher in XP, and therefore harder to kill, just that much harder to kill.
Now looking over
Rowan
here,
just
oh wow.
into MF.
EQ into there with the Gangplank ultimate and the Cataclysm with the stun from the Echo. Of course, the Sad Mummy won't be enough. It's just going to be 2 kills over. JackMLM trying to get a kill over to RowanToxic there. Nature's Grass coming in. However, Onslaught of Shadows will be able to kill the Echo. No. Pops the Chrono Break. Will he be able to get away? No. Double kill for JackMLM. He's just stacking this Q there with DogeDoggieDog there as well. Popping the cannon. W for the extra damage. Another skirmish in the mid lane. Ambiguous engage from RowanToxic does catch onto both bot laners, but Pepperdine Esports with their own response.
I think they definitely thought of that as like a do or die play. They knew they needed to get a play going. They needed to get some tempo, something on the map. And that's the play they went for. And in this case, it doesn't work out. This Hecarim is extremely strong. Not very many items, but just so much damage and so much area of control that it doesn't end up good for them.
Yeah, definitely going to be claiming that Rift Herald over JackMLM, working towards his Divine Sunder as well as his Manamune there. Trinity Force finish for GodFather. We got the Gore Drinker for RowanToxic, Hextech, Rocket Belt finish for both DogeDoggieDog and BunBun. Kraken Slayer for Fluffy Business there. Supports have not finished either of their items yet, but here we have Shonshine there with the Seal of Ugly Bye. Oh, big engage there coming up from DogeDoggieDog. It's gonna just pop Fluffy Business.
Yeah, and Asterlac leaves him alone for literally just 1 second, and DogeDog just takes that as a invitation onto Fluffy Business, and that's gonna be an easy kill for Kennen. But he does lose his flash for the next team fight.
Definitely gonna put them at a disadvantage in the next team fight though for SJSU Gold. Fluffy Business's cleanse was used. GodFather here trying to play Bush. One part does hit. True damage coming in. Shonshine trying to play the auto battle there. Dodges the barrel respectively. Ooh, cleanses the knock up there. Shonshine flashes in. Wow, huge. Well played by GodFather. Flashes away from that last Q. Ignite was popped from Shonshine. All the summoners pop. GodFather outplays that amazingly.
And this kill is extremely important. Huge 300 gold shutdown from the Yasuo. As we're getting into another fight, maybe?
No, JackMLM runs out of duration. 1-800 SugarBaby out of range. It's just going to be playing for vision control in this bottom lane. JackMLM going to be popping this Rift Herald. Going to be trying to pop this tier 1 mid lane turret. Wow.
Yeah,
Gold
this
deficit has
Gangplank,
dropped to 2k.
will he be the savior?
Gangplank here. Oh, already picking up on that collector. Huge shutdown brought over. 900 gold put in the pocket of GodFather there, almost hitting that level 13. Now, Gangplank's power spike, though he scales in items, once he hits level 13, the timer on his barrels takes down so fast that he could detonate them with ease. And the crit scaling from these has been adjusted for quite a bit. Used to be a lot more, but still does good damage. Collector over here for the Gangplank, gonna be doing quite well. Cole is finally finished for him. And we'll see how well it's going to go. GodFather does have the teleport here. Going to be splitting. No, he's going to be looking for a reset there. Shonshine going to be trying to split there. Has the TP in response. BunBun going to be teleporting down to match Shonshine.
Yeah, I mean, as much as I really dislike Collector as the item, I think it, especially when it first came out, it was extremely overbuilt. But in situations like this, when the enemy team is not really building a lot of armor, sure, Hecarim is extremely ahead, and he's got his nice little chainmail already.
Interesting rush here from the Hecarim. A black cleaver first buy. I don't think I've ever seen that built on Hecarim at all. I usually see them go for the Turbo Chem Tank or the Divine Sunderer, Trinity Force into the Muramana here. But here we go, another fight here. Cannon Barrage popped in to just get a pick onto Shonshine, recognizing the strongest member of the team on Pepperdine Esports. Easy pickings for SJSU Esports. Now, 4v5 here in this river. GodFather still level 12. A lot of ultimates still on the side of SJSU Gold. Gonna be playing this bottom flank here. One part does not land, trying to zone off Pepperdine from claiming this Mountain Drake. Drake HP down to 6,000. Barrel does land on the JackMLM. Gonna be peeling off of it. Oh, big engage. Flash! 5-man curse of the sad mommy with this engage for DogeDoggieDog with the slicing maelstrom. A huge clean team fight for Pepperdine Esports. And what a beautiful engage from the support and the top laner. Well coordinated. 4-4-1 in the end. And they're going to be claiming this third dragon, putting them at soul point.
Yeah, Nash, and we talked about it exactly how it went down in draft. We knew this Amumu, he lands 1Q, he flash R's, you're gonna get engaged on so fast you won't even know what happened. And just like that, MF gets a huge wave of bullets on from the bullet time, and then cleans up 2 people popped in the head. And that's a huge win for Pepperdine. It looks really tough.
Here's my analysis of this. Yes, great engage from Pepperdine Esports, but look at the side of summoners on the side of SJSU Esports. SJSU Gold here. 3 flashes in that whole team fight. Fluffy Business had both summoner spells. Also probably had the spell shield. Did not elect to use either of those options when the Mimu Q hit. Not very good reaction time from many of the members of SJSU Gold there.
Yeah, either they thought Amumu didn't have flash or they just weren't communicating it. Because once they see Amumu hit that Q right next to the entire allied team, you gotta know it's coming.
But Amumu has flash a lot more constantly than all the other members. He's got the inspiration tree, which basically makes you take cosmic insight all the time, which allows you to have extra summoner spell haste.
Yep. Yeah, and looks like SJ. I mean, I want to know. It might have been they weren't tracking it, but truth is, at the end of the day, they just got caught, and it was a huge play from 1-800 SugarBaby, securing them that team fight and the third dragon. Now they're on soul point.
Meanwhile, in the bot lane here, getting a little skirmish there for Shonshine. Just gonna back off to his tower. A little bit of vision control there. Even Shroud finished for the Amumu for 1-800 SugarBaby. Asterlac trying to build towards that Locket of the Iron Solari. Not Barrel not gonna land,
Hecarim's
but
got a death
GodFather
zone.
already in a bad spot. They're gonna get ganked by 2. Flash coming in as well as the Cannon Barrage. He's just not gonna get out of it. JackMLM is unstoppable.
Yep, and that's one flash down. They had plenty of flashes up, and Hecarim is going through the motions. No flash for top lane, getting a kill onto himself, but an assist for the Kennen as they advance their gold lead at 4.3k right now, 21 minutes in this game.
Now, I want to say that GodFather there, he has the Unleashed Teleport up. He's definitely playing the incorrect side of the map at the moment because Baron Nashor is up and there is no vision on the top side of the river for SJSU Gold. I'm not sure why he wasn't splitting bot lane.
Yeah, I mean, I think as we saw earlier, he matched Yasuo in the side lanes, and he actually ended up winning, getting a solo kill. And I don't think Yasuo is that much stronger now than he was back then. So it is a little questionable as Echo
Oh,
is getting
engage
caught.
here on the BunBun for JackMLM. Just gonna back up. There,
Here comes the rest
RowanToxic
of this
there.
team.
Gonna have to EQ out 100 SugarBaby. Oh, Bennett shots goes a bit wide. Has another charge coming in. Not gonna catch up to them. Slow from the Echo Q. Just gonna ward them off. But meanwhile, they're still gonna be going for more. Of course, the Sad Mummy gonna land. He won't be able to get the Echo off. There's just gonna be too much CC. They're gonna pop him.
Yeah, and that's
Now,
fantastic timing on
4
the
members
CP.
top lane. They could look to Baron here, and it looks like they will. They have plenty of damage there from the Yasuo, from the Misfortune. Going to be clearing up this vision here, and it's just going to be Baron starting for Pepperdine Esports. Now, 3 members top lane.
Gangplank gets TP stopped by Kennen, but they're gonna
Oh,
get off.
looks like they're just going to ward them off here.
I mean, not even an ult used for Kennen. GP gets a little anxious and pops the Unleashed Teleport immediately in the open and gets caught out.
Yeah, definitely. Using that teleport there is pretty crucial. Now he has to stick to the bottom side of the map as this last Mountain Drake, this 4th Mountain Drake is going to be spawning. It's going to be sole point for Pepperdine Esports there. Let's see how they play this. Vision control in favor of SJSU Gold here. Cataclysm on a JackMLM, quite ambitious there. Nature's Grasp pop as well. Gordricker not going to really be able to save him. Doesn't really respect that there. Barrel Chain does land, not going to do much. And RowanToxic, I don't think he's really respecting the amount of members that Pepperdine Esports had there.
Yeah, and he really just walked in there, Gore Drinker, and didn't really tank all that much and didn't provide the amount of space that his team really needed. It wasn't a good engage.
Dragon Soul claim for Pepperdine Esports. The burst damage is going to be super negated from SJSU Gold.
And now
Tankier
they're
members.
signaling Baron. It's gonna look kind of free at this point. No jungler. He's coming up now to contest, but against Mountain Soul and this much of a gold lead, it's gonna take a miracle play.
Yeah,
for San Jose
definitely.
State.
BunBun and GodFather playing the other side of the wall. Cannon Barrage pops out on the Baron pick and a ward. Pepperdine Esports. Maokai Sapling gonna hit as well, doing some AoE damage there. Just gonna ward them off the Baron.
Yeah, I think in this situation, this is correct for Pepperdine. I think they need to notice that if their mid lane is not pushed out, it's gonna be a little difficult to start Baron just like that because SJ is just gonna be able to push in that mid wave, get a tier 2, and sure they might trade a Baron, but they've got a lot of more control on the map.
I'd like to point something out. This Hecarim is 7-0. 700 gold bounty. He doesn't even have a mythic yet.
He's
Opting
really
for the-
saving it.
Opting for the Death Dance next. And now he's trying to go for his Muramana there because he's got his full stack tier, the Goddess. I don't even know what's going to be going on here. He doesn't even have a mythic. He's just running over the enemy team.
But now it is a little interesting. He has no mythic, so it gives him a lot more opportunity to pick exactly what item he might want. If he thinks he wants to be more frontline, as if he's not unkillable already, he might go for that Chempunk or the Chemtech, Or he might go for Divine Sunder if he thinks, yeah, let's just one-shot these people. Why even fight? So he's got a lot of options now.
Definitely for sure. SJSU Gold just trying to stop the bleeding here. Already a 4K gold lead on the side of Pepperdine Esports there. A lot of items coming out. Bloodthirster for the side of Curls already coming towards that Infinity Edge. Interestingly enough, Shonshine gonna be working towards his IE as well. Probably almost got that there. Zanya's hourglass finished for DogeDoggieDog. Oh, what is this? Now Vision on the side of the top lane there. RowanToxic there gonna be popping Demacia there with the Cataclysm. EQ there protects the flash. Stun from the Echo W. Gonna be claiming this pick in the top lane.
Yeah, I mean, he also flashes, but J4 is able to contest with his EQ and keep him in that in the Echo W and get him stunned off.
Definitely for sure. Gonna be claiming this top lane tier 1 turret. Objective bounties are active. Objective bounties allow the team that is currently behind in gold to try and get a catch up. Clearing these waves in the mid lane with these bot laners here. Definitely looking quite shaky for SJSU Gold.
Yeah, I mean, none of the plays that they're trying to make are ending up working for them. And they're really behind. Sivir 0-3, no gold for her really. She's got a couple items, but this MF is so much farther ahead. And until Sivir gets this IE,
Oh
it's
man.
gonna not look great.
Yeah, definitely. About 3,000 gold lead for the ADC of the MF in comparison to that Sivir. Now, here we are. Baron gonna be started up here. No vision on the side of SJSU Gold there, but all vision control for Pepperdine Esports. I think SJSU trying to find out that the jig is up there. Baron though getting melted. Cannon Barrage is pop. Nature's Craft coming in. RowanToxic flashes in. Will he be able to smite steal? No! Smites a bit too early. Cataclysm comes in. They're just going to claim this kill. JackMLM is legendary. And it's just going to be clean up here in the top lane. However, BunBun with the Chrono Break's going to snap back. Oh, there's a lot of damage. Not going to be enough. Asterlac dropping quite low. Gonna fall to JackMLM legendary there, and looks like he's just gonna be cleaning up this kill on this pirate there, going for another one on the Fluffy Business. Triple kill for the horse. You can't run, you can't hide, because this horse is just gonna run you over.
Yeah, and Cannon wasn't even there for a long portion of that fight, only starting the TP when RowanToxic went in for the flip. And he comes in late, doesn't do much, but the fight is already over at that point.
2 cannon waves stacked here for Pepperdine Esports. They're gonna be able to take this inhibitor. Will they be able to end the game? Not entirely just yet. They're gonna be splitting towards the mid and the top side, popping these turrets, getting these objectives. No, they're not gonna be able to go for the inhibitor turret actually. So the respawns come in too soon, but they get a good amount here. Elder Drake is actually gonna be spawning in about less than a minute here.
Yeah, and San Jose, they're gonna have to contest it whether they like to or not, but not much gold for them to get on the map here. And
Elder Drake is San Jose State University Gold's last chance to win this game. If they get the Elder Drake, they'll be getting a good swing in here. Already has that primary river. JackMLM trying to scope out. Vision control being fought over from both sides. Oh man, RowanToxic already coming in here. Knocked away by the Maokai. Nature's Grasp coming in. SugarBaby with a flash over. Curse of the Sad Mummy coming in. Cataclysm as well. Bullet Time going into on the one with the knockup. Last breath coming in from the Yasuo. Dog's on a killing spree. BunBun pops the Chrono Breaker. They're gonna shut down over onto 100 SugarBaby. Will be able to run away. Has to flash over to the Raptor wall. 1-for-1 for the supports there. However, incredibly low health bars on the side of SJSU Gold. Will they be able to recontest? They'll have to, Gompa.
yeah, I mean, they're gonna have to, and they've got a few TPs. Echo's gonna be able to come here on the bot side here.
Cannon Barrage pops in there. Oh no, RowanToxic face checking a cannon there. And it's just gonna be him falling, as well as GodFather. Cleanup kills here in the bot side jungle. Curls with the double kill there. Elder Dragon claim, and they're just going to be pushing for the end.
Yep, and that's how it's gonna be. You're matched up against the pockets and the pick potential, where Amumu does get not the greatest of ult, but it's enough to separate the back line from the front line, and Pepperdine just blows them up.
Definitely. Desperation time here for SJSU Gold. I don't think they'll be able to contest this. They're just going to be shredding this. Base Nature's Grasp comes out. Easily win wall by Shonshine. They're just going to shred this inhibitor. First game, going to be going over to Pepperdine Esports. Early game was played well by SJSU Gold, but Pepperdine counterplayed in response, and they just had those counter ganks in the mid lane. Those ganks in the bot lane, getting that MF ahead, and it really does pay off with their huge team fights, especially in that drag pit.
I think, yeah, that was wonderful play early from San Jose State. They got that kill on the Jarvan. They made a lot of plays trying to get move around, trying to roam around, but it seemed like Pepperdine was matching those plays. They were able to not fall too far behind at all. And in fact, they got a lot of leads in a lot of their lanes, which made it so that SJ couldn't keep up. I mean, they didn't scale better, and they didn't scale fast enough.
Yeah, definitely. Honestly, the draft looked really favored towards Pepperdine Esports there, the huge team fight champions they had. SJSU Gold, they try to obtain a lead, but the lead was only on the Jarvan, not anyone truly crucial for the team, such as the Echo, the Gangplank, or the Sivir. I mean, the Gangplank did get a shutdown earlier, but later in the game, he just got ran over by the multitude of engaged champions on Pepperdine.
Yeah, and I think going into game 2, there are a few things that SJ is probably gonna realize. Probably not gonna give over that Amumu, and definitely not gonna give over that Hecarim. I expect that to be banned.
Yeah, we'll see how these drafts come in the next game. Well, that concludes this first game of the series, and we will go into a brief intermission before the next game, where I, Nash Point, and Gumpa will be casting again. We'll catch you all in a short break. Thank you very much. See you soon. I welcome back to Spartan Esports. I am your caster Nash Point, joined here by my co-caster Complicat. We're already rolling into the pick bands of the second game here. We got Zach Yasuo and the set pick for the side of Pepperdine Esports, as well as MF Orange Kindred pick for the side of SJSU Gold. Bands coming in as Seraphine Craves, Caitlyn, Vex Maokai for Pepperdine, and Aatrox Hecarim Diana, as well as Nautilus Amumu for SGSU Gold. Now,
A lot
Flame
of good
Hover here,
adaptations here from
definitely.
SJSU. Of course, gotta put the Hecarim away. Gotta put the Amumu away. It showed a lot of value for the side of Pepperdine, but they also adapted. Pepperdine has now pulled out the Zac to pair with the Yasuo. They have a set now to pair with Yasuo.
Oh, and a Swain support here to fight the melee brawlers and the team fighters of these three champions here. I don't think it's a pretty bad option here.
I mean, it could be Swain mid. It could be.
Oh yes, definitely could be the Swain mid there into the set. Not a terrible option. Does outscale well. Kaisa gonna be locked in here for the side of Pepperdine Esports. Could be paired with something such as the classic Alistar. The Nautilus is banned out, but Leona is still open at the moment, though I don't think it is quite as good of an option here. And as I do say that, there is a Alistar hover. Will they be able to lock it in here? We shall see. Looks like they're going to be moving towards it.
Yeah, and on the
Yes.
side of Pepperdine, it's all one direction. And this is exactly what I was gonna say. I want to see a champ with some disengage. Janna has the disengage. Thresh has the flay. Or will they go aggressive? Leaning towards the Thresh here, which means this Swain will go mid.
Oh, definitely here. Swain mid solo lane, getting that XP and gold that he needs to carry the game. It's going to be a Thresh lock in on the support side. SJSU Gold going to be playing for that peel. There's a lot of engaged tools on the side of Pepperdine Esports. The Zac jumping in as well as the Alistar there. But most of the
Yeah.
damage does come in from the Yasuo and from the Kaisa once again.
Now with
However,
Pepperdine creating a kind of like a just a death comp. I mean, they're really trying to get one knockup from Alistar. Send the Kaisa in, send the Zac in, send the Yasuo in. And
both teams looking super deathball here. However, SGSU does have the range advantage. This Kindred jungle here could mean a lot as depending on how RowanToxic plays it. A lot of better early game than this Zac here. Or with the good engage here, Swain with the drain tanking into the late game scaling. MF with a huge team fight ult. Thresh to pull him out. Looking like a better draft here for the side of SGSU. What are your thoughts?
yeah, I mean, I definitely like this draft from SJSU. Maybe want to see. I think I may have preferred to see Janna or even Renata Glask, a champion that could be able to disengage them with her ultimate. But Thresh does make a good choice for a disengager, but it's a little single target.
Oh
So
yeah,
it might be
definitely.
dangerous for San Jose State when this Alistar chooses to send it in. Uh, and Thresh is only going to be able to flay away one person.
Yes, definitely want to see this Zac get some early ganks here. A lot of great gank setup in the top lane as well, decent setup in the top lane, but a lot of great gank setup in the bottom lane there with the Alistar. Um, SJSU Gold, though they got a good team fight, they're also playing for that scaling game. Again, a little bit more scaling on their side with the Ornn, the Kindred, the Swain. Looking to close things out. Late game does look to be in their favor, but the team fight is still strong on the side of Pepperdine.
Yeah, and I think the only thing that Pepperdine really has to worry about is if they somehow just are really behind early. This Kindred has the ability to take over a game. I mean, Zach Kindred's really good on the one-on-one, a lot of kiting potential, and in the jungle he's pretty strong, especially into a character like Zach, which isn't so strong at the dueling. Definitely no slouch. He's a sleeper, but I think Kindred, if he finds a way to get some roams from Swain somehow, if he's able to get a push in that lane, or things like that, he will be able to dominate the jungle and get a lot of resources.
For sure. SJSU definitely looking like they're playing weak side top with this Ornn pick and obviously playing for the mid and the bot side. Now, going into our 3-minute spectator delay here, this set pick here. Quite interesting indeed. The Aatrox was banned out, but there were other options available on the board. I'm not sure if the Watermelon God plays these options, but I feel like a Camille here would have been a lot better. Provides better dive and better burst damage with the true damage from the precision protocol and the hook shot, as well as the Hextech ultimatum just engage on and single out targets.
Yeah, I mean, this Camille was something that we saw last night with SJSU Blue, right into the corn. I mean, into the Ornn, same matchup, and I mean, late game, mid game, she just does so much damage. Her Q is like a Cho'Gathel; it's chopping him in half, and it makes for a lot of pick potential. Just exactly what um a lot of teams are going for right now. I mean, we got Alistar with his WQ. We have Zach able to get a lot of pick potential, and Camille would really fit in. Set right now looks a little um out of theme for the rest of the team, but I think Set is still going to be strong. He's going to be able to push in these lanes. He's going to be able to trade with Ornn, and I mean, he also has some engage, but it may be different or maybe difficult for him to get onto champions like Ornn. I mean, champions like Kindred, champions like Misfortune, because of the Thresh and their kiting and movement speed.
Yeah, definitely. Set's engage really just focuses on him having the flash available. Other than that, he's got no mobility to catch up to them. Other than the slight movement speed boost he gets from his Q. Though a lot of CC in his carry, he's got to get point blank on his opponents to, you know, do anything in those team fights. And it's a really snowbally top lane pick. Does have the priority there. Now, he said Cho'Gath Q on Camille. Riot Games. Where's my Cho'Gath buffs? I love the champion, and you gotta appreciate some love. He's got as much lore as Corki at the moment. Gotta show Cho'Gath some love, man. Really
We
underrated
need
champion.
something. Let's get him in the meta.
Ah, yeah, come on, man. Up his damage a bit. Make his, don't sleep on his ultimate by putting his ultimate on someone else's basic ability. Yeah, thank you, Riot Games, but what can I do about it? Rolling into the game, spectator delay about to end. Here we're gonna get rolling into the Summoner's Rift as we see Game 2 of SJSU Gold face off against Pepperdine Esports. Hoping to see some better things out of this game here in the early game. SJSU, if they play this early game well, I'm very confident that they can pull off this late game as well.
Yeah, I
Wouldn't you
don't think they
agree?
have to do anything too extra. Scaling wise, Kaisa will outscale MF, but for a large portion of the game and a large portion of the important part of this game, which is going to be those team fights, I think MF will do completely fine. It's not going to fall behind too much to the Kaisa. As we
Ooh.
see, she's rocking the Ghost.
Oh
Two
yeah,
girls.
definitely.
Yes, main with Ghost too.
Two ghosts on the side of SJCU Gold. We got a cleanse over from the Kaisa there. Alistar and Thresh opting for the glacial augment instead of the aftershock there, though it's a lot more up close personal battles instead of just trying to catch someone off guard with the slow from the glacial. Now, here's my thought process on this Kindred here. I've talked to fellow caster, Femi. He's a what you call a casual gamer, but back in his days, he was a pretty hardcore Kindred main. Rowan took lethal tempo here. Now, though lethal does kind of scale well, Kindred, it doesn't really take advantage of Kindred's early game as much as Pressy Attack does. And I've talked to Femi before as well. He said that Conqueror feels a lot better than lethal tempo here. So, see how RowanToxic does with this rune choice.
I agree. I mean, whenever I've been playing Kindred, I don't feel like Lethal Tempo really plays to Kindred's strengths. I think if you're playing for the early game, Kindred is going to do so much damage with PTA as she's able to hop around, get those arrows around, get a lot of damage off in these early skirmishes. But late game with Conquer, you feel like you do so much more damage rather than just putting out as many autos. I think Kindred should be specking into just raw damage. She's not going to be building those kind of attack speed builds that Twitch and that Vayne really like to run.
Yeah, definitely been favoring the Kraken Slayer build, or could opt for the Gale Force as well. Does look like it is a good option here with the high mobility and the engage on the side of Pepperdine Esports there. A little bit of technical issues at the moment. We'll get those fixed straight away. Nothing too big to worry about. Yeah, the jungle game definitely snowballing for the side of the Kindred. We'll see how well each jungler plays. The Zack's going to be looking for these early ganks here. The mid lane Yasuo was locked again for the side of Pepperdine Esports. They're going to be playing around that. And, well, SJSU's got another snowbally mid laner to match. Our observer is kind of fixing the issues there. We'll get the stream back in a short matter of time.
Yep, and just waiting for us to get back into the game here. Shouldn't be any problem.
Oh, not at all. Gompa, I'm pretty confident SJSU Gold here. Wouldn't you agree?
I mean, it's definitely exciting. I finally, after so many games watched, I'm ready to see what Kindred can do. Hopefully, Rowan gives us a good look. Hopefully, he carries this game and I can say, look, we can take Kindred.
Here we are already on the Summoner's Rift here, 2 minutes in. We're going to be getting some back and forth little trades in the bot lane there, as well as the top lane, trying to fight for that priority there. Both junglers going to be pathing towards the bottom side there. Kindred doing her red buff. Interesting pathing there. Going to be doing the chickens for RowanToxic, skipping over the wolves and going straight for the blue buff.
Yeah, I mean, that is a good play. I think Kindred has, like I said, a lot of early game pressure. She has bot lane leaves, and they're gonna put a ward down, which Alistar is going to clear smartly. But Kindred has a lot of power in the level 3. She's gonna have her Q, she's gonna have her E, which does slow and does a lot of damage as an execute. So I think this is a good play.
Cheeky wind wall there from Shonshine, blocking the pullback on the swaying E. So a little bit of back and forth there. BunBun not really. He's respecting the Yasuo there. Yasuo doing really well in the range matchups, pretty much with the dash there. Oh, GodFather misses the orange dash there. RowanToxic wins the 50-50 in the river for getting that first mark of the game. JackMLM just gonna have to back off because Rowan's got that mid lane priority from BunBun there.
Yep, and now Zach is going to have to worry about his respawning Gromp because that will most likely be the next mark. It could be another Scuttle Crab, but seeing as Rowan is going to be able to get both crabs, I don't think that will be the case.
Deep ward placed there for the Watermelon God there, trying to ward off any sort of gank. They're going to get a double crab over for RowanToxic. Rowan just going to be trying to get a nice little invade there. I don't know if he was caught on that ward that the Watermelon God placed. It looks like he was. Watermelon God is going to back off a bit. Kindred does mark this set here. Going to be getting a little auto damage here. Pops the Haymaker for the extra shield. Oh, wow. Flash in with the Face Breaker. Going to have to burn a flash from RowanToxic. And big, pretty good there. Flash for flash. The Watermelon God does have the teleport there. Gonna put Rowan at a slight disadvantage without that crucial summoner spell.
Yep, and just like we mentioned, the Gromp is going to be the next mark, which Zach is going to probably rush over and clear that, which is a little unfortunate timing as Kindred is going to have a little less health Yasuo is moving, so no chance at all.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Gonna be defending that mark there on the top side. Shonshine gonna be shoving his wave all the way in. A little bit of just farming back and forth from both sides of the bot lane there. Gold is quite even. First Drake as spawn is gonna be Mountain Drake first. Already taking that soul off the table there. Looks like 1-800 SugarBaby trying to just get some vision there. Rome coming in. BunBun low on mana though. Shonshine just gonna be coming in on him, taking a trade there. Swain pull does miss. BunBun is gonna have to take a back here. Does not have teleport to get back to the lane. Did opt in for that ghost for that team fight power.
And now
Vision
we
control.
did see a flash for flash in top lane, but when you really trade flash with a jungler, it doesn't feel like you really traded. I mean, we're not going to see the jungler for a large portion of the map, which doesn't leave him so open. So it's going to be difficult if Kindred, now clearing from top to bottom, finishing it up, is going to go back up top side. And we'll see
Definitely
what
that
ganks that might
Kindred.
open up.
Look at this. Kindred red buff spawning up pretty soon. The Watermelon God's wave is slow pushing towards Godfather's tower. But RowanToxic did opt for a reset there. Gonna buy the Noon Quiver. Godfather has that Bombing Cinder for that sustain. Does have HP advantage over the Watermelon God, but the Watermelon God has hit that level 6. Gonna be crashing this wave here. JackMLM here. Oh no, face check in from Asterlac there. Caught in a bad spot. Alright, Zach grabs on a one, does not hit it. Flash in, coming
Messes
in.
the Alistar
SugarBaby
combo,
does
and
knock him away,
now
but
it
the
looks
counter
real
gank
tough.
from RowanToxic gonna pop the Zac pass it there. SugarBaby dropping quite low. BunBun here pops the ghost. Gonna pop the Swain ultimate. First blood going over to RowanToxic. Pop the Zac. Double kill over already for this Kindred. And this Yasuo's gonna be getting that shutdown there. But Shonshine already in a bad spot. Is 1 HP. Will he be able to run away? I'm not too sure. Oh, Thresh Hook lands. It's gonna be a kill over to Fluffy Business. 3 for 1. Skirmish in the bot lane river. Well played from SJSU Gold.
Yeah, we thought Asterlac got a little caught there, but no damage on the side of Zac, and Alistar messing up his combo saves them as the rest of SJSU Gold is able to rotate and contest
100
the little skirmish.
100 SugarBaby saved Asterlac's life. He W'd him away. I don't think he Q'd him in time to knock him up.
Yeah, and so
JackMLM.
much damage coming from this Kindred. I thought he might have been able to get caught after he was tunneling on Alistar, but he ends up getting 2 kills in that fight.
Team already back there. The hook does land with the root. Dragon dropping slowly but surely. Will he be able to steal this? Rowan does not have the smite for 50. Now he does. Oh, huge knockup onto BunBun there. Has to flash away. Gonna be just a disengage. SugarBaby dropping low as well as Shonshine. Just gonna be a fallback from both teams. First Drake claimed over to side of SJSU Gold.
Yeah, and I mean that's a lot of gold coming for
Lot of
Kindred
damage
as a
coming in.
solo
Solo coming in from Godfather, popping that call of the Forge Guard. The tank mage assassin sniper cyborg robot coming in for that kill. The Watermelon God not respecting the damage of this Ornn.
That's exactly what SJ needs. I mean, they need their Ornn to, not be disrespected. Hold his own, don't die, don't give free kills, and tests his limits a little too much.
Nothing more satisfying than seeing a solo kill from an Ornn in the top lane, am I right?
Nothing like it, especially against a set. What a bully.
Definitely here. Ow. Huge gold lead over for this Kindred there. 1 kill onto the MF as well as 2 assists. It's going to be about a 1.5k gold lead, or 1.7 should I say, for SJSU Gold. Slowly steady winning this race here. BunBun doing a little trading with Shonshine. Pops the win wall. And Rift Herald is up 9 minutes 28 seconds in. Turret plating is going to be up until the 14th minute of this game.
Yeah, and just like last game, we're seeing another big lead in the mid lane And this Yasuo is not necessarily super accelerated, but he's getting there. And I think SJSU is gonna have to definitely realize that if the game is gonna go the same way as last time, where Yasuo is gonna be able to dominate so
Oh, look
much
at
in lane.
this. Kraken Slayer finished at 10 minutes for RowanToxic. Here's get a little bit of a trade in the top lane there. Shonshine opting for the Berserker's Creeps with the Zeal Rush once again. The movement speed with the crit does feel nice, along with that attack speed. JackMLM spotted on this prep here. Shonshine here, gonna be trying to ward off RowanToxic, but RowanToxic, he's not afraid. He's got a huge item advantage there. Just be clearing up the vision there. No contest there, though. Doesn't have the top lane priority for this Rift Herald. However, JackMLM. Oh, what do we got here? Shonshine fighting over on the RowanToxic. Windwall is popped. Does RowanToxic try to chase? No, it doesn't look like it. Hops away from the Zac jump in. Oh, huge knock up there with this last breath. BunBun does pop the ultimate. Lambs or Spike gonna be popped there. Will there be any saving grace? No, shutdown over for Shonshine. And it's gonna be another kill over for Pepperdine Esports. GodFather tries to come in, but there's not gonna be a save.
Yep, and this is where exactly the set pick comes so much in clutch. He's able to have pressure in that top lane and able to move it out. Orin's not able to walk up. He has to catch the wave, and it costs them a huge shutdown and a lot of gold onto Yasuo once again.
Yeah, definitely. RowanToxic not respecting the engage, though he dodged the initial jump in from the Zac, does not realize that there's a pink ward in the bush that Zac can easily just grab onto.
Yeah, and that's
Easily
something
knocks up
he
the Kindred, sets up
missed
the
it.
Yasuo.
And once again, it looks a little rough for SJSU. I mean, we are seeing a Yasuo that has a massive lead in lane while still making plays around the map. And this lane is only going to get worse for Swain, I feel like, with these kind of leads.
Really does depend on the state of the items and the state of the CS. Yes, though, Shonshine does have a slight item advantage, but he's got a massive CS advantage. I would say the gold is in Shonshine's favor compared to BunBun. Oh, he's kind of trying to engage on the BunBun here. Knocks up. Last breath popped in. Shonshine has that red buff there. BunBun dropping quite low. Windwall bucks a lot of the damage from RowanToxic. And the counter gank coming in from JackMLM. Oh, shutdown over to RowanToxic. Though will he be able to run from this Zac? No, he will not. JackMLM gonna pop the flash there, but Fluffy business means business there. Let's Bounce gonna get popped in. Alistar coming in as well. Bail out from there. Thresh hook does not land, a little too far for him. 1 for 2.
Yeah, and Rowan's gonna collect
favor.
his shutdown right back. He's gonna get a lot of that gold back. And the gold is looking largely even. We're seeing this MF with a huge lead on to Kaisa. She's actually a threat. She's gonna be doing quite a bit of
Face
damage.
take.
Doesn't get
Face
caught.
checking the bush there. Flash away,
Oh, and
Fluffy
this is
business.
gonna look
Flash away
massive.
on the 2. They're gonna pop the Zac passive. 1-800 SugarBaby's too low. Will Curls be able to save this? I'm not too sure. I think Curls is biting a bit more off than he can shoot. Does not respect the return from BunBun. Has to flash over the wall and pop the killer instinct to get out to safety.
And that was actually a really clean escape coming from Curls, R-ing over to the MF and flashing over the wall. But it's going to be a really hard to say it's a nice use of that flash. And losing that ult loses a lot of engage for the side of Pepperdine. And that's going to be another dragon for San Jose. Getting a small little lead for them. Just 1,000 gold, but they're in a good state to blow this game open.
Ocean Soul gonna be played for this game. Gonna be looking pretty good on this Swain here, I would say. Rift Herald gonna be traded out in the top lane. Wasn't claimed by any team initially before turret plates fell. So just gonna be claiming this Rift Herald here. Try to get some tempo back in favor of Pepperdine Esports. Maybe pop open a mid lane tier 1 per se. Kraken Slayer gonna be finished for Fluffy business there, claiming a lead of their own. Sunfire Aegis finish on the side of JackMLM on this Zac. Looks like the Watermelon God is going for the Stridebreaker build. A lot of armor already built on the side of GodFather. He's got the Bramble Vest and the Warden's Mail and the plated steel caps to negate a all this damage from the Yasuo, from the set, from the Kaisa, because as you can see from the comp of Pepperdine Esports, most of their damage is centralized on the Yasuo, on the Kaisa, and a little bit from the set. Zac and Alistar don't do as much damage as you think they would. Though Zac does a pretty good, decent amount of damage, the biggest damage threat on the side of Pepperdine. Oh, here we go. Flash away from BunBun to safety so it doesn't get caught out by that Zac.
Yeah, and that's actually really massive. I mean, even though he does have the ghost, which will make up a lot, save a lot of his mobility problems, losing that flash is huge. Just because one knockup from any of these characters is gonna probably spell doom for the Swain.
Shonshine gonna be hard shoving this wave in here, maybe playing for potential roam. Meanwhile, in the top lane there, RowanToxic trying to help GodFather pushing this top lane turret. Meanwhile, though, Shonshine roaming up this river, coming up towards the top side jungle of his team there. Tier 1 turret dropping low, Demolish is procced. Bellow's Breath gonna stop him from getting CC'd. Oh, knock up, not gonna be able to pop up the Call of the Forge God there, but BunBun is there for the counter roam. They're gonna pop this turret in. Oh, Lambs of Spike coming in. Turret does fall. Knock up onto 2. Will it be enough? Dodges the face breaker for RowanToxic. No one's contesting him. They're peeling for him. Let's Bounce does land onto him though. JackMLM's gonna have to claim that kill for himself. He's gonna get out from the blast plant. Shonshine had to back. He was too low. 1 for 1 there in the top lane. Jungler for the top laner.
Yeah, and Rowan just dashes forward a little too close to Zac, and he's able to get into the range. And like I said, Zac is no slouch. He's going to be doing a little bit of damage. Obviously, nowhere near what these carries are going to be doing. But you got to respect him.
Shonshine timed his abilities quite well in that top lane skirmish. If he messed up any sequence of those whatsoever, and GodFather gets that Call of the Forge God off, that just means certain doom for all 3 of them in the top lane for his team. Well played on his side. Tier 1 turret. Bot lane was popped by Fluffy Business. Gonna be looking towards that LDR there. Leandre's Anguish is finished on the side of BunBun there, working towards that scaling power. Not sure too many stacks they have there. Rift Herald is popped in the mid lane. Death Sentence not gonna land there. 3 stacks already on this Kindred.
He is murdering them, looking towards a Bork now.
Oh yeah, I
There's a
do
lot of
see
percent
that.
health
Interesting build with the Bork. There is a lot of HP on the side of the champions of SJSU. Oh, big engage here from JackMLM. Here we go with another fight. Oh, big knock up there. Last Whisper coming in. It's
Huge
gonna be
MF
a
ult.
huge MF ult coming in from Fluffy Business. RowanToxic gonna be cleaning up the range from both carries on the side of SJSU. Gonna be kiting out this engage. The engage doesn't burst SJSU Gold. Then I don't think Pepperdine can win this fight for the Kindred and the MF. They can't get onto them. There's just going to be too much damage. If they can extend the team fight well enough with this Swain as well, they're just going to win out. Kill onto the set there, but trade it out for Asterlac's life.
I mean, really unfortunate for Yasuo to get chunked out like this. He's not able to really send it in, and Zac isn't able to get a really clean engage. Neither is set. I mean, it's a lot of plays that Pepperdine is making to really get onto these carries, but they're not able to do it. Kaisa's not able to dive in, and a lot of the damage is just coming out of this Kindred and this MF.
For sure. Kindred already finishing that second item with the Blade of the Ruin King there. Frostfire Gauntlet finish for GodFather. I feel like Pepperdine so far has been feeling quite desperate on these engages and going for whatever pick they can rather than a smart one that could catch or a really good pick. And just trying to go for whatever they can bite off. Now, Ocean Drake going to be started up here. 2 Drakes already on the side of SJSU Gold. Vision control shared by both teams there. Gonna be clearing out these wards. Dragons is gonna reset. Gonna be a little bit of idle time there, trying to clear out this ward. BunBun trying to go in, but the Watermelon God warding him off. Only overstep here. Looks like it's gonna be a face check from 1-800 SugarBaby. They do catch on to the Alistar there. No follow up there. RowanToxic gonna be clearing his blue buff.
Yeah, I think this is the correct play for Pepperdine here. They got to work on pushing in this mid wave. They can't give up this dragon for free.
Pepperdine already shoved off here. Pink ward was clear. They're going to claim that mid lane tier 1. Dragon's just going to fall. 2-man knockup, and an MFO comes in as well, but the jump in on the
There's
flippy
the kite
business,
set
they're just
diving
going to
in.
pop him. Let's bounce coming in as well. A lot of damage count, but coming in on the Swain, though, and this uncontested Kindred over the Dragon Wall. It's just a wall for this Kindred, even though the MF damage came through and it looked sort of good for the Engage. They're not just going to get through the front line of the Swain, of the Ornn, and try to get on that Kindred. BunBun doing a lot more damage than you think, even though he's 0-2-9.
And you know, that is exactly what Pepperdine actually kind of wanted. They needed to get on the MF. They really need her to not do any damage because even if they got on the Kindred, I mean, he's going to be able to ult. But the problem is, I mean, again, just like last game, the pockets are so heavy.
Oh, we got a
And
little bit of a technical pause here. Looks like the Watermelon God has lost connection to the game. We're going to get a slight pause for the moment. Now, one thing I'd like to note is how smartly RowanToxic played that team fight. He positioned himself very well, distancing himself from the low range of Pepperdine Esports. The only true one that could get on him is Zach, but Zach opted to go for Fluffy Business there. But Fluffy Business, the damage was already done. He probably had health like about 3 members of Pepperdine there. Also, RowanToxic smartly not popping the Lambs Respite. If he popped the Lambs Respite there, it would give Pepperdine Esports a second chance, a second swing into it, and they'd probably win that team fight over SJSU.
yeah, and at this point, he doesn't even need it. He's focusing solely on just killing these people and doing as much damage as he can. And the rest of his team, they're doing fine. Sure that you give up maybe 1 or 2 members, but in the long run, it is such a huge win for San Jose State. As we are looking into a disconnect from Pepperdine's top laner.
Yes, still we are. 3 Drakes on the side of SJSU. They're at soul point there. If they get the Ocean Soul back, gonna be good. Looks like the Watermelon God fixed his connection issues. He's gonna be back in this game. Gonna be playing towards this top side here. RowanToxic doing a little counter jungling, claiming another mark for himself. Already at 5 marks there. Now, once every mark that Kindred gets, gonna empower each and every one of her abilities in some way. Once she hits 4 marks, she gets bonus attack range. That bonus is increased every 3 marks after that.
Yeah, and I wonder if we can see how many marks he's got. He's got
5.
five.
Yes, you see in the bottom left there.
I see. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. It's a little tiny icon there. 5 marks already on the Kindred. Already got that bonus attack range. About a 4.3k gold lead for SJSU Esports. Looking quite stronger in this game. A big improvement than we saw from last game. Looking a lot more confident in the plays that they're making, knowing their strengths, knowing what's coming after them.
Yeah, and I think they're gonna have to start making a play to. I mean, they're gonna want to obviously end this game as fast as they can. They're gonna have to probably work on to getting a pick and moving into this Baron. Whether or not they will do that once they get Soul is kind of their decision.
Yeah.
They might be able to trade a dragon for Baron if they feel like that is how the lanes are looking. But you know, it looks like they're ready. They're getting a lot of vision up in this topside river.
Yes.
And Baron's got to be on their minds.
Definitely here. Look at the vision control on the side of SJSU in the top river. A lot more than Pepperdine Esports. Pepperdine Esports has no wards on the top side jungle. They are blind all over the map, actually. I mean, they have some wards in their own jungle, but from the rest of the map, the other 3 quarters, they're just blind.
BunBun's gonna have to be careful, but looks
He
like he's
sees him on the
gonna.
ward there. He's pretty safe there. Oh man, the Watermelon God. He's gonna be in a bit of a pickle here. No, they're just gonna back off. GodFather trying to shove this wave in. Oh, looks like a Baron sneak here as well. However, there were a lot of wards there in the top side. SJSU knows that the jig is up. They know what they're gonna be trying to go for. Baron dropping quite low there. The sneak coming in. BunBun coming in as well. Oh, big bullet time coming in, but it's wind walled away by the Yasuo. Objective bounty claimed for the Zac there. Shut down over onto the Kindred there. Instantly popped. However, BunBun will be living to live forever. Oh my goodness, the Swain ult is just doing so much at the moment. 100 SugarBaby is just dropping too low. Shonshine, will he be able to do anything here? Gets a double kill there onto the Thresh. BunBun though, however, is gonna claim him as well. Well played decision making by Pepperdine Esports there, recognizing that for some reason SJSU Esports strong side bot lane when Baron is the only objective up and they have the lead. Now they give Baron over to Pepperdine Esports. Flash pop from GodFather has to get out.
Yeah, really interesting decision from San Jose State because they have to know that they can't just dive this set. And it's so much more important to worry about the objectives that will lead them to ending this game faster. Now that Pepperdine has gotten the Baron, it looks more like a flip. There's not much of a gold lead, and these fights are not easily winnable.
Yeah, definitely. Baron empowerment onto about 4 of the other champions on the side of Pepperdine Esports. Gold lead has almost evened out, even though it's lowered to about 1k for in favor of SJSU Gold. I gotta look at the side of BunBun here. He's scaling up like crazy. He's got the Rylai's Crystal Scepter finish. However, the gold is highly in favor of this Kindred and this Yasuo here. And Ord is level 14 here. He's going to be getting that Ord item for himself, as well as, I believe, actually, no, he has not gotten it yet for any of his teammates. Would be probably looking over to give it or an upgraded item towards the Kindred. Yes, he did. Gives her the Wormfallen Sacrifice, empowering the base stats of that item by a humongous amount here. Now, here we are. Pepperdine Esports playing for priority. Trying to deny soul for this dragon here. Oh, big engage here. Onto the Kindred here. RowanToxic not respecting the vision control. And he's just popped here. Call the Forge God coming in. He lands onto 2. The Watermelon God coming in. He's got the full grit stacks on that Haymaker. Ready to pop it whenever. RowanToxic. Oh, huge pick. Picking the jungler on the side of SJSU for Pepperdine Esports. And now they're just going to claim this dragon for themselves.
Yep, and now the game is looking really, really even as SJSU is not as strong as they really think. They think they can just walk into whatever they want, but you gotta know that they gotta know that there's a lot of pick potential. They haven't been playing against Pepperdine on an even footing, but now they will.
Why is it that they're having RowanToxic go into the river first to try to clear vision rather than one of their tankier members of their team like the Thresh or the Ord? That makes no sense to me why RowanToxic would walk up just like that when he has no vision in that area.
Yeah, it's really odd because, I mean, if you get hit by one knockup, one CC, it's just about good game for you. And now the gold is exactly even. In fact, tipping over to Pepperdine now, which is a stark difference than what we saw early in this game, with Rowan getting so many kills and now so many deaths.
Rowan is dying unneedlessly so far in these team fights here, or like before they even start, they just get a free pick on him with this smartly placed vision, with the help of the jungler and the support on the side of Pepperdine Esports. Now, moving on over, we got some item completions here. Shonshine looking quite strong in this Yasuo here. He's got the IE finish, looking maybe towards the GA here with the longsword and the chain vest by. Now playing over towards this top side here are the members of SJSU. No one's really splitting bot yet to match this set, but GodFather looks like he's gonna respond. Now, to command now. Making a commanding presence early in this game, SJSU Gold was, but now swinging in the favor after some questionable decision making. Pepperdine Esports really trying to take things back. What does SJSU Gold have to do to make things go back in their favor?
Well, I think they need to understand that the way their team works, it's a lot of disengage. You know, Orin is able to disengage. Thresh has his Flay, has his ult. Kindred has her ult, and it's it's important for them to know that they need Pepperdine to try and engage onto them and mess up. They need to play off these mistakes because they can't get picked off. They need to fight a fight where Pepperdine is missing a crucial engage. They're missing a Zaki. They're
What is
missing
this?
ult.
We got 4 top lane here, looking to play for a little bit of a dive there. BunBun pops the Swain ultimate there. SugarBaby has to flash away so he doesn't get hooked by the death sentence from the Thresh. They're just gonna back off. They're gonna be trying to claim this tier 1 turret. But in response, oh, look at the bottom lane. Wow, two members of the SJSU Gold team pushing in onto the inhibitor, trying to stop these backs. Asterlac just autoing away 1-800 SugarBaby there. Inhibitor claimed for free on the side of SJSU. Another tier 2 mid lane turret popped and a hook onto SugarBaby as well as a Swain pull. Gonna pull him in. SugarBaby does W BunBun over the wall there. However, 5 members there. They're just gonna pick up the support. Port not really respecting
Baron,
his
no?
distancing. And yes,
Yes.
Baron is back up. They know the respawn timers. They're going to be trying to go for this Baron here. And it
And that's
looks
a
like
huge win for SJSU. I mean, them getting Baron here and breaking so much of the bot lane down. Now they can just walk up top, push these waves in, you know, get a lot more pressure onto Pepperdine, who thought they caught a break in the last team fights.
for sure. GodFather hitting level 15. I'd expect him to upgrade his Swain. BunBun there. Looks like he's actually going to give another Wordfall and Sacrifice over to Fluffy Business on the Misfortune there, giving her some empowered stats. That ultimate's going to be huge. Dragon's going to be spawning up quite soon as well. You would think that SJSU Gold would most likely play for this soul because how valuable it is. 43 seconds on that timer, going to be spawning up soon. All of SJSU Gold going to be moving towards that bot side river. And looks like Pepperdine Esports moving there as well. Dark River there for both teams. However, 1-800 SugarBaby already making the first ward in that dragon pit. See how this fight goes.
Yep, and I need SJ to think about how they're playing this, and I need Pepperdine to think about how they're gonna play this. They know the themes of their champions. They know they need to play really aggressive, land their abilities. So let's see.
Now,
As
even though this is
SJ
sole point for SJSU Gold, I'm surprised GodFather isn't splitting at the moment. Oh, looks like Dragon has been started there. MFE does catch all 3 in that bush. Wards coming out from both sides of the team. Pink going to be cleared out in the pit. Dragon going to be popping down. Knocked up, gone 2-2. Call the Forge God coming in as well as BunBun. Bullet time uncontested. Doesn't get win well. GA pop. BunBun going to pop the Watermelon God. He's just sustaining so much in these team fights. Shonshine was just bursted down. The win wall, I don't know what it was even used for. Didn't really see it in that team fight. Try to block the Orno or the bullet time there. And it looks like they're just going to claim another kill on a Curl. Not going to be going anywhere. This orange is going to run you down, my friend. All members of SJSU Gold going to be claiming an ace here. And it looks like Gumpa, they're going to be claiming this game here with the Baron buff, with the Dragon Soul. This base is just going to fall apart. And SJSU Gold swinging things back in this game too.
Yeah, I mean SJSU Gold taking the foot off the gas a little bit throughout this game, but they end up getting a huge team fight win just like they needed to, and they end up finishing the game.
They look more confident that game in their picks, their draft, their posture, the gameplay during that entire sequence. Like SJSU really took that loss they had in game 1 and said, "Hey, we're not going to let this happen again. We're going to play for these strengths. We're going to fix these weaknesses." And it looks like even though it looked a little shaky towards the mid-late game, they really brought it back after a crucial mistake made by the support on the side of Pepperdine Esports, and it looks like, they're going to be claiming this win here. A lot of damage numbers coming in from the Kindred and the Swain of SJSU Esports there. Really clutch numbers coming in now. SJSU Gold gonna be forcing a game 3. What are you expecting to see?
Well, I think the adaptations that both teams made were solid. They were solid for this game. And I think SJ is gonna follow up with kind of a similar draft. They're gonna look for a carry jungler. It's been their style. I don't think they should stray away from it. Um, Putting BunBun on a mage that doesn't need to be so volatile is also something that seems to be working. I think forcing a hard matchup is not going to be something that they want to do. So that's probably what I'm going to see. Now, on the side of Pepperdine, they need to think about champion themes. They drafted a lot of champions that wanted to go in, but it was hard for them to be able to do damage. They lost a lot of tempo early game with Kindred getting so many kills, and they need to think of a way that they can match how much damage they're doing, how much damage they're able to do at all points of the game, and how good their champions are into the enemy team's champions. SJ got really lucky with the way they drafted, ending up with a Thresh pick,
Wouldn't
which
say
ended up being
lucky.
really,
I would say more.
or
It was
yeah,
more
it was a well,
smarter.
yeah, it was a much smarter draft than the first game that we saw.
Definitely liking this draft better on this third game here. Uh, Shonshine has been comfortable in this Yasuo so far. Did pretty well in the first game. The second game though, um, couldn't really contest the backline as well. Maybe target selection from the Zac from the set wasn't as good. But hey, well played from SJSU Gold. Well played from Pepperdine Esports. SJSU Gold claiming a win here. 1-1 in this series for this best 2 out of 3. We'll be moving on to game 3 in a bit. Concludes the second game of the series. And now we will go into a brief intermission before our final game, the deciding factor of this series. And we will return in just a few moments. Alrighty. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back from our intermission. So, some news from our production team. Unfortunately, due to how late the time is at the moment, about 22:28 Pacific Standard Time here in California, our production team will be losing our access to the SRAC building. Therefore, we will not be able to stream this Game 3 of this series, although it's been a really well fought series. If you want to know the results, please check out our socials at Spartan Esports. I really wish the best to you in the audience. Thank you all so much for joining us this very evening, and I really hope that you all enjoyed this great League of Legends gameplay that we've been experiencing. So, once again, I'm Nash. I was casted with my co-caster Gompa, and hopefully we'll be able to see you in the next time. That concludes our stream here, and I hope you all have a great evening.